Good morning and happy President's Day if you have it off. I'm Douglas Trapasso, and this is 4 Minute Wine for February 16th, 2015. Got some news to report on about the wine scene, especially about a famous event that just happened in Chicago. And I've got some events covering through February 21st, 2015. So if you live in the Chicago area and you're willing to brave the elements outside, we got some cool events I'd love to tell you about. So I have a couple shout outs first. First of all, to Asit Foster, a new fan of my blog and of the video. Thanks for writing in. He wanted some help with a term paper he was writing about wine bloggers. So I was happy to answer his question. So I wish him luck on the paper. I'd love to get a copy of it if you're watching Asit. I'd love to read about some of the insights you've learned from me and from other wine bloggers. Another shout out goes to the staff of the Promontory. I will be practicing my service skills later today. This is me holding my not so imaginary tray, and I'm going to get some great practice from their wine director this afternoon. And that's why I'm kind of dressed up on my day off. So that's in Hyde Park. I'll put a link to it in the notes on my YouTube page. So it's definitely worth a trip down to South Side, near President Obama's old place, to check out the Promontory. So we've got a couple of really cool stories to share this week. I'm getting them out right now. The first one covers an event I volunteered at about a week ago. The Lyric Opera of Chicago wine auction raised $1.8 million. A lot of those lots were a little bit above my pay grade, so I couldn't contribute to the collection that night, but I had a lot of fun volunteering for it and packing up the winning lots afterwards, and just to be able to handle those bottles with such delicacy and think about the hard work that went into making those bottles. It was a really fun evening for me, and if you bid and won a lot at that auction, let me know. Send me an email, even if it's a year from now. I'd love to hear about the wines you bought at that auction and what you thought of them. Another really cool article I found this week online. It is from munchies.vice.com, and the headline just says it all. We made a French sommelier drink the girliest looking wines we could find. And it's kind of a funny article, but it also kind of gives you an insight into what really makes a quality wine. I mean, the wines that were tasted for this article, they were wines that kind of target the female demographic. This is female in quotation marks here. And some of those wines may go a little bit too far with the cheesiness and the marketing aspect. And apparently, according to the sommelier profiled in this article, her name is Perdine Prieur, and she's actually from Burgundy originally. And she owns Perine's Wine in Atlanta right now. So she tasted some very girly wines for this article. And it's just fun comparing her notes with the notes of the promotion or the marketing department. It makes a really great compare and contrast. So those two articles I will link to in my YouTube notes. Now I want to tip you off to a couple of events coming up this week ending February 21st. On the 18th at Redhead Piano Bar, right in the Gold Coast, right downtown. It's their annual champagne and sparkling wine tasting, which starts at 6:30 this Wednesday, the 18th. It's only $15. It's a really, it's a cool bar. I've always liked that bar a lot. And they do a tasting usually about once a month, and usually 1 or 2 times a year they showcase sparkling wine and champagne. Now, if you want to take a little bit of a trip out to Evanston this Saturday, the 21st, the Wine Goddess store, I've interviewed their owner once for my blog a couple of years ago. She's doing Wine 201, and that happens this Saturday at 7:30. The cost is $50. It's 702 Main Street. There's a Purple Line stop right around the corner from the store, so you don't have to worry about driving or parking. And like I said, I did take her 101 a couple of years ago, so weather permitting, I'm going to try to head out there. So that's it for this week's 4-Minute Wine. For more great wine events locally and around the country, check out localwineevents.com. That's the site I have bookmarked, and I check it almost every day. So have a great holiday. If you are off today, enjoy. And I'm going to get back to studying and a little wine service practice later today. So I will see you all next week.